Julia's music back to 0. We're obviously not playing a theme tune, are we?
Microphones on.
Hello, and welcome to another Microworld. And this Microworld at home is called Construction, and it's going to be a short one today, probably about 30 to 40 minutes. We're taking the opportunity to demonstrate or do a playthrough of an app that we're developing as part of our ACE-funded project, Covid-Secure Microworld. So we've been looking at different ways that we can enable visitors to our shows to interact safely with our artworks. And a number of our artworks have, in the past, used touchscreens to allow people to add creatures into the space, make patterns, do a form of coding, a visual coding. And because we need to think about how people can safely engage with our work, we're developing an app. And this one, which I'll just bring closer to the camera, this is our Seapeople app. It's a work in progress. You can see sliders on there. This is one of 8 buttons that we're working with. And yes, okay. Is this my one, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to change the colour. There we go, I've gone to green. So this is just obviously changing the background, but we'll be able to add in creatures and patterns. So the idea is that people can come into the space and they can engage with the artwork, either using tablets provided by a museum or using their own handheld devices. And today we're playing with it a bit because we're actually going to run two projections on top of each other. So Tim is using one set of buttons from Seapeople app, and I'm using another set. And yeah, it might be slightly chaotic. It's a learning process for us. This is our first sort of practice run with it. And we're going to experiment, we're going to kind of do a performance. And to help us, Julia has provided a soundtrack. This is Julia Schauerman in Sheffield, has composed a piece called Constructing Cities, and of course that ties in nicely with our constructions, and hers is a work in progress as well. So we're going to jam with her music. Okay, and I'm just going to drop them. Okay. Composed a piece.
I just want to get selling on. They're even let me on the front.
Are we on?
Yes, you are.
Well, thanks, Julia, and apologies. I think our sound system was adding a layer of crackle in there.
Yeah.
But that was brilliant to work with. How would you describe about how we got on, Tim?
Well, chaotic is a good word for it. And one of the 8 different sort of tabs that we're working with, or menus, is consistently causing something to crash. It's sending a signal to a Firebase database and then pulling a signal back from the Firebase database. And I think in pixels, you can drop in pixels. So I dropped there, so I crashed it. So just by repeatedly sending the same image through. So when I crashed it, my screen goes dead. So then we had to restart at various points, which obviously is not ideal. So that's just a clear technical fault. And also the bottom of the screen isn't really lined up with the bottom of the camera. So we can see there's a whole load of green Tims walking across the bottom of the screen there, but the camera's chopping them off, Nicola. So
yeah.
I mean, that's just the nature of the setup that we have in here. It's a bit cramped. So that's not ideal. I felt there are some parts of the program, especially darkness, where it doesn't do what you think it should do. So that is a little bit frustrating. And the chaos, the blocks that come in, were also quite hard to control. And they're wiping away various things. But yeah, visually, I love some of it. But it needs. I mean, you wouldn't be showing. We're showing 2 on top of each other here. So currently my screen's showing nothing because it's crashed, but that's all. You can't really see.
And I'm busily.
Can you send in a load of those? Or not a load, but send a few in gingerly.
Blocks, yeah.
Bigger ones, so these can lift up higher.
Yeah.
Send big blocks in, they'll climb it. Then they can see it on the camera.
The trouble is I'm getting blocked. So if I drop that.
Okay, that's what you've done. Well, there's not an easy way to get rid of the blocks, is there?
No. Let's see. Send a yellow in.
They're just all going to sit on top of the previous blocks.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get it to the right.
I mean, you could angle that camera down if it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I think mine's crashed.
Oh, double crash. So we've got absolutely nothing on the screen. So is that a good time to end, Nicola?
Well, let's just.
Actually, could you show the webcast? Show what the error message is. Whenever a program crashes, it's good to see what caused it. And it's saying it cannot read property 8 of undefined, which is a sprite. So why is it trying to read the 8th property of it, sprite? Because the sprite doesn't have 8 properties. All the others have 8 properties. The sprite just has the block of colours and a width. So, bad programming, basically. Anyway, so should we just leave it there?
Yeah. So we will be fiddling with this program, and we're working on a number of. I suppose I can talk to the camera, couldn't I? We're working on a number of programs at the moment. So these are obviously the app-based ones. We're also working on floor buttons, and we're working with Connect, unsurprisingly, because we've done a lot of work with Connect, and that's a great way of people.
I mean, this is beautiful there. It's just not. We've cropped in a bit on that wall.
Yeah. What we'll do is we'll make
finesse
this
all this.
better, and then we will do this again.
We probably should crop it. We could crop it within the
I think so.
browser window.
I think so. We could even consider having a dongle and simply sharing our output onto OBS so that you get a nice clean view of what
We
we're
could do it that
doing.
way, yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much for joining us, and more of this next time. And Julia, thanks again for your Constructing Cities soundtrack, which we worked with, and I think we'll work with that again, if that's okay with you.
We'll tidy up the
we'll make
sound.
sure the audio is better. Anyway, thank you.
Right.